Hello everybody. I'm giving an update on the Echo PB-9010T. I've gotten some questions about how it was going. I've had it for 10 months, so I've basically worked it a full season, getting ready for spring, doing a little maintenance on the back of the truck here, getting the locks all lubed up and everything so they don't stick while we work. But anyway, on to important things. Get questions, people asking me, how do I like this blower? Has it been good as I thought it would be, or had problems? Let me start off with the problems I've had. Yes, there's problems. I think some people have mentioned they've had problems with tubes and stuff. My problem with the tube is right here where the handle comes down, the swivel tube. This gets, let's see if I can move it here. See how it's kind of binding out here? It gets all caught up, and right now, because it's popped loose, but it just gets stuck while you're working, so you can't twist it. You have to fight it. That's been a major issue, and I called Echo. Echo said go to a dealer. Well, the dealers want $50 to put it on. I could put the damn tube on myself. Don't need some guy to put it on, and they want me to leave it there for like 2 weeks or whatever. Forget that. So I guess I got to get around to ordering one, which is a big upset. It upsets me because it's not a year old, and this has started happening about 5.5 months in. It starts sticking, and I tried putting a little plastic lube stuff in that, try to keep it, because I thought maybe something was a little binding from the factory. I cleaned it out. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, next thing. I like the fan cooling on the back here in the summertime. That's nice. It helps. It keeps the sweat off your back, and that's good. The straps are okay physically. They're comfortable. But I kind of agree with some other people, especially in the cooler months here when I put on a light jacket that's the material's kind of like a, windbreaker material. It doesn't, they slide off. No matter how you adjust it. I've adjusted them all different angles. It fits comfortably when I'm wearing a t-shirt, no problems really, but they really should have had some kind of either chest or waist belt, I think, that would have helped it, because these just tend to kind of pull away. I'm a big guy too, though. Let me be clear about that. I'm 6'6", big shoulders, so that's partly a problem for me. Next thing, all this stuff here I was concerned about at the beginning has held up well, actually. But you get a rattle somewhere in here. And I tried to adjust where I could find screws or anything. And I did put a rivet. If you're getting a rattle, you can't see it. You have to take this part off here. I put a little rivet on the bottom of this pan here, and it took about 90% of the rattle out. So that's not a big deal. That's just a kind of annoyance. I mean, besides the thing sounds like a dirt bike when you're running it anyway, especially when you're kicking it up full blast. Next thing, I know people will say, oh, it's not a big deal, but to me, it's just kind of annoying. If you look down, if you notice how the bulb, and you can't really realign these hoses, you have to fight them to pump the thing. And I'm always scared I'm going to either tear the hose while I'm out working, whatever. And I kind of try to spin this around, and I tried different things. I don't know if it's just the way they bent these angle pipes. Not a big deal once again. I mean, I guess if I take my time and finesse it, but it's, it's not that urgent. It's just an annoyance more than a problem, I guess you would say. And then, what was the other thing? There was one other thing. Oh, yeah, it eats fuel. Silly me. But I guess I should have known that buying this, that this is a gas hog. Compared to the Husqvarna I've walked away from, the 580 BTS, which sip fuel for me. This goes through tanks quickly. It's fine because what it does. Okay, now up to the good stuff. Definitely the most powerful blower you're going to ever have, I think. And it works great for me. It does save time as far as getting heavy jobs done out of the way, and I've found myself now using it even on just light clippings. I hate to admit that, but I just don't even bother picking up the smaller blowers anymore. I've got a handheld. I like the Hitachi. You guys probably seen my video on that. I use that just to clean gutters now. This one here, I do all kinds of anything from light clippings all the way to the heavy work, and and I'll tell you what, if you have heavy leaves, like some of these, we have oaks here in Houston, and some of them drop February, some as early as December. Then you get some of that with all the pollen dropping around March to April-ish, and then you've got really nice thick lush yards, but you get this ugly pollen, and it's always a pain in the butt to clean up. This thing knocks that out. So if you're in Houston area, or you have those kind of problems in your area, down here south like we do with St. Augustine, all that, getting all that stuff crafted, this stuff just really is amazing how it cleans up the power of it. If you ask me if I made a mistake buying this, no, by no means. I didn't make a mistake. I think Echo probably tried to get this out a little quicker. I think they were in some kind of race maybe with other manufacturers trying to be the top at the time here with the power and stuff and just beat everybody to the punch. And I think they probably just missed a few things. I know they've had a few little issues, but mine, as you can see, no cracks. I think I dropped it twice, actually, to be honest, on the backside here, not on the front or where the tube is, but I slipped off my shoulder and it dropped, but it didn't break. It held up. No chips, none of that. So, and you can see there's no leaks. There's no seepage. And the gaskets seem to be holding up well. I do use their fuel mix, their Red Armor, whatever it is. I just felt like I need to do that because the way it's tuned and everything. And speaking of tuning, I haven't had to mess with the carburetor or nothing. Sometimes with the new blowers, you run them for a while, and maybe 3 or 4 months in, you start noticing there's a little lag or something. And I use non-ethanol fuel. I pay for it, and it's worth it. I have no issues. It pulls on the first starts, even on the cold start, I hit that, it does the da-da-da, and then I flip it, and then bang, it starts right up. And then when it's hot, which is a big deal in Houston, even the Husqvarna, sometimes I'd have to pull it 2 or 3 times in the hot heat after I've been working all day. This one, I pull it one time, every time it fires right up. I got to give Echo credit on that. But so, the final judgment call, I give it an A-. One thing, these tubes, they should just be able to, Echo should just mail you a tube. It's not a big deal to put it on. I mean, why pay someone $50 at a dealership? And then maybe think about either selling some kind of aftermarket. I don't think they could do that. Maybe some kind of aftermarket strap where you can, they have these fixes for the throttle on the other side. I don't know if they can make some kind of bracket or something. Maybe something to put on just around your waist. That would help, especially in the cooler months when you're wearing the windbreakers. Besides that, the power's great. I can live with the fuel consumption. It is what it is. When you want power, you gotta pay the price to do that. It's held up to, as far as the power and ability it does, it held up well. Just those few little things. I think the carburetor thing, the hoses, one day I'm gonna reroute all that myself, and maybe I'll get a different fitting. I don't know. We'll see. Not a big deal. But anyway, I just wanted to give everybody so it's basically a full year of me running it. Solo operator. I would say it knocked down. I'll give you an example. I know for a fact one of these lines, I've been timing it. They have a lot of leads there, almost year-round it seems like. But even the heaviest part, I'll be there for up to an hour to 20, an hour and 30 minutes. With this blower, I'm not exaggerating this, about 40 minutes. So, you get what you pay for, and we'll see how long the longevity of it lasts as far as running and that, because I like to run my stuff. I ran my Husqvarna, a 2014 model, until last year, until I bought this. So I want to see how long this one lasts. I don't think this will last as long, personally. The way it's built. But, never say never. Okay, till next time, we'll talk to you. I hope this is helpful for somebody who's thinking about buying one, or who's been pondering the idea of if it was worth it. It's worth it, in my opinion. And I know people say they're heavier, but they feel lighter to me on your back, by the way. So, and I don't feel as worn out wearing this than I did the Husqvarna. The Husqvarna is supposed to be 2 pounds lighter, I think, almost. Huh, tells you something. And it doesn't vibrate you as much, in fairness. Alrighty, till next time, have a good one. Thank you.